Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, I'm not quite sure what to make of this one, but I must confess that it makes me sad a little bit, but I'm really not sure yet what I am fully making of it. So I'll bring you the story and then you can tell me what you are making of it or what we should make of it together. Unusual encounter between Wole Soyinka and a plane passenger leads to debate. So that's the headline. Unusual encounter between Wole Soyinka and a plane, that's an aeroplane passenger, leads to a debate. So that's the headline. Now here's the body of the story. Business executive Tonye Cole narrated an incident he witnessed on a plane between renowned writer Wole Soyinka and a Nigerian man. Tonye said Mr. Wole Soyinka got on the plane and took the window seat. When the young man assigned the seat boarded, he insisted Mr. Soyinka leaves his seat. Others on the plane, including the crew members, begged the young man to let the Nobel laureate have his seat, but the man insisted on sitting where he was assigned. Mr. Cole said this is an indication that our value system has been eroded and youth no longer have respect for elders. Ms. Mo Abudu and Kate Henshaw commented, agreeing with him that the young man's behavior was unacceptable, but a number of web users insisted the young man was right to ask Mr. Wole Soyinka to vacate his seat and wrong of the cabin crew to try and guilt trip him into giving it up. So now here's the encounter. This is let's just have a look. It says the encounter, read the encounter below. So let's read the encounter below. So this is what this Cole fella had to say on this social media space. Met one of the greatest Nigerians walking the earth today, and as with other times, he was gentle, witty, forthright, and humble. My smile gives me away as he permitted the picture, whereas he would have preferred to get back to his newspaper. Then we boarded the flight, and after assisting him with his bags, he took the window seat and promptly started reading again. A few minutes later, this young man, baseball cap, t-shirt to show his muscled chest and tattooed biceps, boards the plane and tells Prof that that's the Prof, is in his seat, which the Prof was in this boy's seat. Those of us, including the crew members, tried to reason with Bobo Fine to let the old man be, but the chap refused. He insisted Prof should vacate his seat, which the old man quietly did for his original aisle seat next to him. I couldn't understand how we got to this point where we no longer have respect for elders. Even if are so arrogant of the great global personalities in our midst, I'm not quite sure how that sentence was structured, but that's how it's written. Even if are so arrogant of the great global personalities in our midst, is it too much to ask that an elderly man be allowed to remain in a seat allotted to you in the same business class cabin and the same row? Now wow, so this is what this guy wrote, and then obviously this Mo Abudu said, so sad, that young man will get what he truly deserves. That is definite. I don't know what that one is. That sounds like a bit of a curse. And then this is what Kate Henshaw has to say. Sad, truly sad. So this is what she had to say, but then people are now piping in. So this is what PG Bobson has to say. I'm sorry, but I think the man acted within his rights, and please let's leave this respect issue where it is. Where's the respect for the young man when a seat he probably chose to enjoy the view during his trip is taken simply because the person who took the seat is old or because he is a legendary Prof? we can do better. Describing his clothing and tattoo is to buttress the argument that the young man lacks proper upbringing, but that argument is neither here nor there. It was the young man's prerogative to give up his seat, and he chose not to. If you said the man lacks proper upbringing, but that argument is neither here nor there, and by the way, I am reading this verbatim, so all the grammar and spelling errors are there. So if you said the man lacks proper upbringing, but the argument is neither here nor there, it was the man's prerogative to give up his seat, and he chose not to. If you said he raised his voice or insulted Prof, I would jump in and support the assassination of his character, but he simply stood his ground and demanded what was his. If we young people had been doing this, Nigeria would not be down in the dumps where it is today. So that's an argument presented by this PG Bobson character. So now you can see now why I am saying that I am not quite sure what I am making of this, because there is logic to both reasoning. I personally would not have the effrontery to go up to somebody like Professor Wole Soyinka and tell him that he's sitting in my seat. I couldn't imagine myself doing that, because this guy has been my hero for pretty much all of my adult life. I mean, the Oprah Wonyosi, all these kind of narratives, Abiku, I can recite his poetry to you if you want me to. So this is somebody that I've always been given to literature, and this is one of the legendary literary figures of our times, and in our own environment as well, our own son, from our own yard. So this is somebody, a legend. So I would not have the effrontery to go up to Professor Wole Soyinka and tell him to get off my seat, because that is the seat that I chose for myself and has been allotted to me. But then I can also see the point that this person, this PG Bosson is making on behalf of that young man. That no, listen, forget all this respect business. That guy is actually bought a business class ticket. He's actually gone to the trouble of picking out a window seat for himself, because I pick out window seats too when I want to fly, and for the same reasons that everybody picks out a window seat, so that you can look out of the window to see the clouds, to see the scenery, to see the ascent, to see the descent, to see the cities that you fly over, to get a good view, and to enjoy your flight. So this is what this guy had done, and then he's then turned up to find Professor Wole Soyinka sitting in his seat, and the chap is saying, excuse me, Prof, but that is my seat. And people are now trying to strong arm him to say, it's Prof now. How can you tell Prof to get off your seat? Well, I am sorry. If the guy did not raise his voice, as this chap is saying, and it was not insultive, but is insisting and standing his ground, then really there's that argument to be had. But then, as I said, I personally, myself, I couldn't have the effrontery to go off to Professor Wole Soyinka and say, you are in my seat. I wouldn't even say a word. I would just take the seat next to him, sit down, and have a conversation with him for the rest of the flight, and really take as many pictures as I can and paste it all over my social media to say, look, me and Prof, we are buddies now, we are pals. We are going to go hunting in Abeokuta together, because we all know that Prof likes to go hunting in Abeokuta. So this is so you can see now where my difficulty is, because I can see I wouldn't tell Prof to get up, but then this young man, I couldn't really, in all full conscience, go completely full force against him either. I am against him, but not full force, if you get my meaning. So I am against him for what he did, but not full force. So let's just take a couple more comments. This is Amo Ganla. Amo Ganla is the name of this handle that is making this comment. It says, this is the power of the storyteller and how media and influencers wield that power. In as much as respect is important in our society, the young man was already painted in a wrong way, and unnecessarily so. Fact is, it was the gentleman's seat, and he demanded his right, which is entitled to. period. Also, anybody else could have offered the Nobel laureate their seat. So now here you have another argument coming in. So now you that you are hewing and crying and they are saying the cabin crew are doing this, that and the other. The cabin crew could have moved Prof to a more prominent seat and even given him a whole row and say, Prof, please come and have all this luxury and let us pour you champagne all the way through your journey. They didn't do that. This chap that was posting things on social media, we don't know if he had a window seat. Did he give up his seat for Prof? He's not mentioned that, but it is this young guy who he made sure to make the point of telling us that he was wearing a baseball cap and he had big muscles and tattoos on his bicep, so that we already have a picture of the sort of character that he's describing. And then he then went on to lambast his upbringing simply because the guy was insisting on the right to have the seat that was allocated to him and he paid for. So now you see where the difficulty is now. But on the other hand, it's Prof. You know, it's Prof now. So this is where the thing is. It's a bit. This is why I cannot really fully take a position on this. I'll just read a couple more comments because this video has now gone on longer than I had intended. Also, now let's just take this comment. Juliet Uwono. This is the tag, the handle of the person commenting. Why did the elder not respect himself by sitting where he was assigned? Biko, make people free the young chap. He reserves the right to give up his seat or not. So this is what this person, I think a lot of people are weighing towards this young chap. So let me just take a couple more comment. I'll take just two more comments. So this is a fairly lengthy one, so I'll just take this comment and then maybe one more. It says, this story has been told in a way to make the young man look really disrespectful. What is important in this case is for the young man to request his seat in a respectful manner and for Professor Soyinka to oblige him. If that was what happened, then there is no problem. You need to sit in your assigned seat on an aeroplane for a lot of reasons. For example, aviation insurance does not cover you on a seat not assigned to you. Also, in the event of a fatal air accident, your seat with its number can be used to identify a victim even before DNA is done on the body to confirm the identity. It would have been nice for the cabin crew to reseat Professor Soyinka and ensure that such reseating is logged on the manifest. I also would expect that Prof would also know this. If the news is now generating so much comment online, then I suspect the gentleman in question was probably disrespectful in the way he requested his seat. We need to treat elders with respect. It pays to do so. So this guy now, that's a balanced view. The name of this commentator, by the way, I didn't say it was Sheikh C. He calls himself Sheikh C. So he's now detailed all the reasons why you should be in your allotted seat, and then he's then gone on to say that, look, listen, this guy is entitled to his seat, if effectively is all he's saying. So now let's just take one last one. With all due respect and honor to Professor Soyinka, so this is anonymous speaking. With all due respect to and honor to Professor Soyinka, if I was in the young man's position, I would honorably, gladly, and rejoicingly allow Prof to have my seat, but I would let him know that I was the rightful owner of the sitting position, but he could have it if he felt more comfortable there. I would treat him same way I would treat my own father. I actually always prefer the window seat, but giving it up on a single flight would do no harm. An Egyptian couple was separated on one of my flights. The wife was sat next to me whilst the husband was sat ahead. When I noticed they were having difficulties with communicating with each other due to the distance between them, I gladly asked the man if he would like me to sit in his seat so he could sit close to his wife. We swapped sitting positions. Guys, life is too brief to be selfish, thoughtless, inconsiderate, and unkind. At the slightest opportunity, show love, show care, show respect, and have the other first attitude. So have the other first. That means put other people first attitude. Make this world a better place by your little acts of kindness. Be humble. So that is what Anonymous had to say. Make the world a better place with little acts of kindness and be humble. So that's a good way to park it. But as I said, I'm not quite sure what I am making of this, because I've already said how I am positioned. So I am now inviting you to let me know how you are positioned. So conversations in the comment section is what I am inviting. Aeroplane etiquette, sitting etiquette, and Professor Wole Soyinka and what the young man did. This is what we are discussing. But before you come join me in the comment section to have that conversation, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray, bell button, that way you are notified